What's going on, guys? Jacob over here coming with my reactions to Milwaukee's 115-105 victory over the Toronto Raptors tonight. The Raptors obviously being the team that eliminated the Bucks last season in the Eastern Conference Finals. Incredibly heartbreaking loss. Seeing some of these same players out on the court tonight against the Bucks was really tough to see at first, but the Bucks were able to come away with a victory. And my first thoughts about it is the Bucks did a really good job of closing the final few minutes of the fourth quarter tonight. They played with a really high intensity in those last few minutes, and they were able to preserve the victory. But my other thoughts on the game is that this game shouldn't have been close. The Raptors should have never gotten within even a puncher's chance of making this a game. The Bucks were blowing the Raptors out of the building. It is hilarious how much I think that the Bucks just dominated them tonight. And then just for the slightest bit, the Bucks took their foot off the gas, and Kyle Lowry just went crazy from three. What was he, 5 from 8 from three? And it just allowed the Raptors right back into the game. And the Bucks just kind of played lazy and uninspired for a long time. And then around the fourth quarter mark, towards the end of the fourth quarter, they finally woke up and said, oh, we should probably start playing defense. We should probably start attacking more. We should probably start trying to get more whistles, They weren't doing that in that period of time in the third quarter. They played horrible in the third quarter. They gave up 40 points to the Raptors. And, I'm not trying to discredit Kyle Lowry's performance. Obviously, he's a great offensive player, but a guy should not be doing that to you, and he should not be doing that on those kinds of shots. It's just, you got to play a little better. You have to blow these guys out of the building. And, it's a victory. And it's a double-digit victory for that. They won 115-105 after that late spurt towards the end of the game. But, I mean, you got to be able to, close these games better, play better throughout the entire game. Because that's what happened to us in the conference finals. I mean, we blew leads in almost every one of those games. We had a big lead in game 6. We had a big lead in game 5, and I was getting nightmares watching this because it just felt so similar. The Raptors were hitting a ton of threes in the third quarter, and it's just you've got to be kidding me. We can't seriously be doing this again to the same team. But the Bucks were able to hang on, and that's the important thing. They're 4-2. Really great game from Giannis tonight. 36 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. Middleton and Bledsoe were efficient, weren't too spectacular. The Bucks bench once again playing really well. George Hill played well. Dante and Sterling played really well. Kyle Korver came in and had a couple threes as well. So yeah, and also Robin Lopez had 6 or 8 points or something. So the bench was really good tonight, and the points in the paint, Bucks dominated that as well. I'm really glad to see them finally getting back to shooting the ball in the paint more, and that's what I think the Bucks have done their last 2 victories. They've gotten into the paint a lot more, and they've kind of dominated that area. They weren't doing that in their first few games, and that's kind of why the Bucks were, not really playing offensively to the fullest of their potential like we remember them playing. They just weren't getting into the paint, but they were tonight, and that's what led to the victory tonight. But overall, I got to take the win. It's, beating the Raptors. They're my most hated team in the NBA right now because of what they did to us last year. So beating them, very enjoyable experience. And now we got to go on a 4-game road trip, though, so it's going to be tough. But hopefully the Bucks can persevere and hopefully focus more on keeping the energy up for all 4 quarters. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at AlbertSports41512 and on Instagram username Jacob_Ober. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Bucks.